Hey, thanks for clicking on the video. I appreciate you guys watching. Also, thank you so much for all the subscribers and likes on the video and stuff like that. It really means a lot to me, so thank you. I just thought I'd pop on here and do a little shop update and kind of show you what we got going on for the shop and what you can expect in the next little bit. And yeah, and also I want to talk about this basket case behind me, but we'll get to that in a little bit. First, I'll hop on my phone and I'll give you a little tour of what we got in the shop and kind of what the priorities are and what you guys can expect to see in the next little while. Yeah, so the 69 Camaro is gone, so I just figured I'd give you an update of the different little products that we got in the shop and what you can expect to see moving forward on the channel. And I just figured this would be a good little bonus video at the beginning of the week for you. So I'll show you kind of the different little cars we got in here now, and then we'll talk about the Firebird that I got behind me here. All right, so you may have seen the Demon. This will be what the main push is for, trying to get this Demon done. I'd like to have it kind of end of March, be looking at painting it. The majority of the metal work's done. You're gonna have to excuse the mess. I've got I pulled in the Challenger too right here, so I'm kind of moving some parts around. But yeah, majority of the metal work's done. Got to patch up the floor a little bit. You can see it's got a little Swiss cheese action there, but we'll get piecing it together and make it look like something soon. I got to do a door bottom on this, and then I got to weld the other marker light in the other quarter, just like that one, and start doing the finishing bodywork. These are brand new bumpers for the Challenger, which we're not using because we're going to take the originals and cut them up nice so that they fit nice and tight, and then we're going to paint them car color. So this is going to be a pretty cool build for a customer. 73 Challenger. We're going to do modern taillights. We're going to put the modern halo headlights in it. And then we bought a full QA1 coilover and rack and pinion and all the K-member and stuff there. And then we've also got a 6.1 Gen 3 Hemi we're going to put in it. And we're trying to figure out what we're doing for like a power out of either turbos or supercharger or something like that. But yeah, it'll be a really neat car. The customer, I'd like to really just squat it down low. We got 4-inch drop for the front, and I'm gonna do 4 links for the back. With the customer would really like to flare it. So we're gonna see. I want to just mini tub it and tuck the wheel in nice, but he wants to do flares. So we're talking about it. We're seeing what's possible. I think with this body line here, I think it's gonna be hard to flare it and make it look like it's supposed to be there, or at least flows with the car. But we'll give it our best shot. So. Yeah, so the story with this car is at the beginning of the pandemic, I bought it and it was rough, but it was a complete car. I got the engine fired up. It had a pretty decent interior in it, but the rockers were really rotten and kind of just from sitting. But someone had been taking care of the drivetrain. It had a new carb on it and, I think a new master cylinder and filters and stuff like that. Like you could tell that even though the car was sitting and rotting, they were trying to keep it running. So I got it. I paid $2,000 or $2,200 for this car, and then another convertible tub and ownership, but no interior, no front clip or nothing like that. I got paid $500 for it. So once I was looking, I realized how bad these rockers were. So I decided I was going to restore the tub and send this one down the road. So I ended up selling this car. I kept the interior and stuff for the tub. But I sold this car for $4,000 or $4,200 or something. I think it was $4,000, and so a guy loaded up and took it away. And then about a year and a half later, which is now, I saw it on Kijiji, which is like Canada's version of Craigslist, And yeah, so it was on there, and it just said like this car and a '68 Firebird coupe, all in pieces. It said really rough, should come and look before making an offer. So I called the guy. I thought he parted it all out, and I was just after a couple of the odds and end parts for the tub that I had. And so he told me I should come up and look at it. So I went up to go see the cars, and we ended up talking. And then I told him, I was like, listen, I actually sold you this car. So I know what you paid for it. I've seen it and stuff like that. I just wanted to know what the story was. And so we started talking back and forth, and he wanted huge money for it. He'd cut it up a little bit, and then, but he had a lot of the steel to put it back together. He had the good rocker panels, which are there. He had, yeah, just a bunch of steel to put, probably like close to $2,000 worth of steel to put it back together. Um, and I just said to him, I said, you know what, like, I think he wanted like $4 grand for the car the way it sat, and then he wanted like 6,500 for like the car with all the parts, and then he wanted another bunch of money for the '68 coupe. I think he was over $10,000 for everything, and I just said, you know what, I don't want to insult you. Like, it's kind of hard to, I sell you the car for $4 grand, then I tell you it's junk and it's not worth buying. So I just passed on it, but I ended up booking the job painting his other Firebird. He had a '67 coupe. All the metal work was done. It just needed kind of finishing body work and paint job. So I ended up booking that job for painting it for him, finishing the body work and painting it. So then he messaged me about a week and a half later, and originally he said, you know what, I'm just going to start putting the pieces in it, and eventually I'll get it to a solid rolling point where I'll be able to sell it and be fine. And I said, you should do that for sure. So he called me a couple weeks later, and he just said, you know what, this car's too far gone. It's just every time I work on it, it's making me mad. I'm going to pull any good parts off it, and I'm going to scrap it. So I said, well, you know what, let me come and look at it before you scrap it, and maybe we can make a deal. So I drove up there again. I was looking at it, and it was, long story short, I ended up getting this car and all the parts to fix it, plus the '68 and any other of the little parts kicking around. And it was about $4,000 is what I allowed for the stuff, but it was coming off of the other paint job that I'm doing for him this summer. Now that I've got it here, he had it tacked together, but he cut it so far apart trying to get the rockers in it. The thing's just, it's so rough. And it's a little, if I was to, if I didn't own the car before and didn't have the little bit of attachment to it, and also if I had to pay for my own cash for it, if I wasn't trading it off, even though it's technically the same thing, I most likely wouldn't have bought it. But I know the car runs. I know that there's a lot of parts there that are decent, and the tops of the quarters are good, so I could put half quarters in. My plan is just kind of piece it together and make a good driver. So yeah, that's the story of this car. In all reality, I paid like $500 for the other car plus all the parts to fix this one. It's as if I never got rid of it to begin with. So I feel like I'm doing okay on it. Plus I booked the other paint job, which is a decent amount too. So yeah, I essentially am almost getting this car back for free plus all the parts to fix it. So I'm gonna do an attempt at getting it put back together, but it's really rough. So yeah, I'll show you kind of what it looks like, and yeah, it's not good. But anyways, I'll show you that now. Yeah, here's the Firebird pulled in, and it's an absolute mess. 326 in it. Everything's original on this car, but there's buddy who had it and wanted to get it put together to sell. He rather than chop one rocker at a time and get it in, he just chopped everything out. The thing's like a wet noodle now. I got I don't know if I'm including it or not, but I got footage of us dragging it off the trailer and the floor buckled up in it, but I've got a new floor for it. Came with those rockers. They're $500 a piece. Because the tops of the quarters are good, I'm just gonna put half quarters in So yeah, I don't know. Hopefully I could get it put together and save it. But I don't know. She's pretty rough. I'm gonna I think I'm gonna get a couple bottle jacks, and I'm gonna just try and put some bottle jacks underneath the frame rail in the back there. Jack that up where it's supposed to be, and then I want to put the subframe under the front and get it jacked up where it's supposed to be, and that way I know where I need to weld everything into. I got all the front torque boxes and the like the firewall drop downs there. Okay, these are the this is the piece for the like A-pillar, bottom of the A-pillar, which is rotting away, and he's got it cut away. I got these like side of the cowl panel, like that's the thing. I got a lot of the sheet metal to fix it, especially those rockers. Those were the major ones. I had to buy the lower quarter pieces, and also I bought all this stuff for my other 67 tub I got, but I'm just gonna use it on this for now. And I'll rebuy it for that car when I get to it. But I just did a 67 convertible Firebird not long ago for a customer. Now I'm doing one here. I think I'll probably put that other one on the back burner for quite a while. I don't want to do that many convertible Firebirds all in a row. Yeah, so we're busy. And by we, I mean me. It's just me. The big push will be the Demon. Get that Demon done, and then I can get going on the Challenger heavy. Wednesday nights, and then maybe when the Demon's done, Friday afternoon. So I'm going to dedicate to piecing this thing together a little bit. Yeah, so that's all I got for you for this video. I just figured I'd do a quick little update, give you a little bonus content at the beginning of the week, and kind of show you the madness that's going on around here. Yeah, I think that's all I got. Anyways, I just want to say I appreciate you guys. I love hearing from you in the comments, and thank you so much for subscribing and watching the videos and stuff like that. It really means a lot to me. 52 subscribers. Thank you guys. I see you, and yeah, I appreciate it. So let's keep this train rolling, and I'll see you in the next video, which will hopefully be at the end of this week. All right, have a good one, guys. Take care. I forgot to mention, the very first dislike I got on any of my videos came on a short from showing you guys this car on the trailer. So I want to dedicate this video to whoever disliked that video. Yeah, this one's for you. Yeah, grumpy old man.
Well, you know you'll be full once you put this in here.
Yeah. That's going to be the workstation, though. I'm going to dedicate myself to the Demon first.
Just till guilt goes away. 22 minutes.
You guys are okay if I just record, right?
I'll narrate.
Yeah.
Bleep, 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 bleep. At least I have the decency to leave my stuff in 6 pieces.
Yeah, it's really heavy. Can you pull it out from the front there, Doug? That's that aluminum I was talking about. Are you alright?
You want a groin pull this?
He did the complete split.
I don't even want you guys to do a groin push.
Hurry.
Next time get some money for that fucking jack.
Doing the splits like that is probably dangerous with the Cuba diarrhea.
At least the blood runs down from my penis to keep my foot warm. This thing's like almost done.
Yeah, no, that's not good. Like,
That's it.
Yeah, it's gonna last 1/8 of an inch.
that's one of my YouTube videos are so long.
Edited version.
Yeah.
3 hours. Good cat.
That's in there. That's gonna stay behind the bumper now.
That is the bumper.
Oh, this is a fucking puzzle bit. Puzzle bee maker.
We're going this way anyway, so. What are we doing up here though?
Look, everywhere. I guess,
You want to put the creeper down there, this on the creeper, so that all that crap falls on the creeper and it all rolls?
Sure.
Oh, all that crap.
Don't wreck my good creeper though. I paid a lot of money for it. Kenny considered tools for 20 years. Alright.
You want to back up the truck now 3 more feet?
Yeah, I could.
Hey, Mike?
Yeah, sure.
Just back, yeah, you might as well.
My throttle control's not too good.
It doesn't matter the doors and the stop.
Push it off the gas, man. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, it should roll.
No, it's gotta just go slow. I don't think you're gonna hurt anything.
Let's worry about that.
Oh yeah, you should be alright with that.
A little bit more.
You rolling? You torque monster. It's rolling weird. This side's not even touching. Oh, that's good you're gonna get anyway. Watch your fingers. Okay?
Yep.
We're alright. Yeah.
Oh, my God. Whoop, it just buckled the tunnel.
That's okay.
That's not bad. Oh, hang on. Okay, you are right.
If I had a little longer, would have went side to side with him better.
Alright, stand on that high point there.
I do like the console with the height.
Back door there. Why are we going there?
I don't understand.
At what point do you put her back to the side?
Well, the whole firewall roll, I think it did.
Straight to the front end now.
Well, it's not like the lift got any longer, I'm sure. That's the height there.
That's low right.
You know, if you get that fucking 42 more inches lower, it's fucking gonna be just about right. Smooth the top, trowel it off. Now we're getting this in there.
Lower back on the wheels.
Yeah. I got the ramps in there. I
Oh,
wonder if
okay.
I should just put it at the door for now, though. I don't really.
What are you gonna try to mock this up first, or?
What? Gotta do something. Yeah. Oh, there's gonna be lots of mocking going on.
You gotta be afraid if you jump and that'll shoot something at the back.
Looks like she pinned the bag.
And just like they always say, and the trunk gap is perfect.
Oh boy. Oh boy. As Enzo would say.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Oh boy.
Guys,
Oh, it gets worse as the generations go.
One of your grandkids are going.
I'll get them on the cars, maybe.
Yeah, I know what it's like when you look in your kid's eye and realize, well, he ain't looking after me. You got a couple of bars or something you shove it into the frame rails and lift up? Or is it easy to lift, you know what I mean? Or is it fairly balanced? Even one by one, you know what I mean? Something
Yeah.
you stick in the...
Maybe some leverage.
Yeah. Like, I don't know what the pivot point is. Just flip it over on the roof of the truck.
Oh, the viewers are gonna go up on YouTube now. Oh, you should see this idiot on YouTube.
These two-style reckoners, they bring the shit inside, dry it off.
I posted a video of when he was sitting on the trailer, just like a quick little short video. It's the first dislike I got on the channel.
That's the guy you bought off.
Yeah.
How much do you want for the GoPro?
Should try and jack up the front of the trailer, probably.
Probably not with that jack. What, these are flattened tires with a knife. It'll be hard bringing that home for any money. Okay. Now the parts come with us to fix this?
Got all those good rockers, and I think he's got his own floor pan. He doesn't have. The guy bought half a floor pan off someone.
That's one of those things like, do you want to log the rocker to a jig and try to fit stuff to it?
I don't.
Like, where do you start? At least you know roughly where the parts should go, right?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
And the trouble is, I don't know how good that shit fits. That's where you're, it's a half inch and then you're walking around. But you get it. It's just whatever. Oh, there's much right there. Look at that. Got throttle swinging through there. Hope we got her hooked onto something there.
Move that bench too.
Oh yeah, move the bench behind you, right? You're not coming in now, right? This is one of those things you look at and go, that's a challenge, right?
Yeah.
But he's really got no money in it, doesn't he? Isn't that the deal?
Well, he's not gonna. I mean, he's got no money because he's taking off the job.
Does he insurance, Mike? Probably.
Nope, they're Dougie's.
Dougie's? Oh, fuck, you look, huh? They're broke. I don't need them now. I need them now more than ever. So, what'd you bring? So, you know, in between.